Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to 3 short horror games. And before we get started tonight, we need to conduct a little test to make sure we're up to the task with assessment examination.
What are you waiting for?
I just tried to tab out. For something, and it actually put me right back in and did that. That is so creepy. You know what? Let's take this as it comes.
The examination will now begin. Hello, friend. Thanks for applying for this position at the Authenticity Assessment Department. All of us here at are very happy to have you. If you get the job, that is. Today, we'll be testing your instincts to see if you're qualified to perform authenticity assessments on your own in a real-life scenario. But before that, some quick questions are required to get some more insight about who we would be hiring. Please take a sit and await further instructions.
I can just imagine the dark, windowless room I'm seated in. How did you hear about this position? Word of mouth? Newspapers? A dream? They really consider that a possibility, huh? Well, I mean, the guiding hand to browsing features are basically a dream, right? I mean, they function on dream logic. Do you have any professional experience in this area? Well, this is my job, and I have played No, I'm Not a Human. So yes? Do you have any personal experience in this area? I mean, I guess I do, not really. Other than general assessments of the people around me. Do you believe in God? No, but I have a feeling I'm about to. Do you fear death? Depends on what part you're talking about. Would you fear God? I struggled to think of a scenario where I wouldn't. Do you have people you love in your life? Yes. Do you fear losing them? Of course, but there is also option 8E2A14.
In a moment, we will provide you with several images of people, and you must determine whether or not these people are authentic and to be trusted, or threats you should stay away from. Please be careful with your selections. Our decision on whether to hire you will depend heavily on your results.
You look a little bit off. It's in the eyes. But I'm not even quite sure what it is I'm looking for. I'm gonna say... See, that's the thing, is you've got a smiling face, but you've got sad eyes. Like you're about to tell me some really bad news and you're trying to break it gently. You could say trust. Well, that's certainly a distorted image. Are you telling me that's what the person looks like? Threat, of course. You seem fairly normal. But, So that's the thing. When you present these images in this context, you could show me just about anyone, and I would feel like they look normal, but off in some way. Trust? Perhaps I'm only looking for the obvious, but... well, eyes are the window to the soul. And I've not seen a person yet whose eyes I trusted. But that's the thing. I think that's the point. We're not even getting confirmation either way. I think the point of this is that we're supposed to ruminate. It's a game about overthinking. Because, look, in our daily lives, we might encounter people who look different. There's a wide range of traits you can see in people. And now we're forced to analyze them, to look over every little thing. It's a little voice going, "Are you sure?" And maybe it's something we should apply to our lives. I'm going to trust. Who talks? I can't really quite read that. Once more, it's in the eyes. You seem almost like corpse-like. Seem asymmetrical in a way that doesn't sit right, but again, there's nothing overtly wrong with you. Trust. You look like my sister's cat when she's getting ready to pounce, so I'm going to say you're a threat. You're actually the only one so far that seemed like a normal person, like the way a normal person might look at another person. Trust? Okay, so you've got a little excess skin. People look different. Who am I to judge? Threat. I'm actually very prone to judge that. Wallace Abraham, diazepam 5 milligram tablet. It's a medication label. To be taken nightly. Why are you showing me this? Once more, you also seem fairly normal until we look a little bit more closely. When we look a little bit more closely, you almost seem like you're looking at me as if someone is really hungry and behind a mask. I'm going to say threat. It's a very neutral expression, but there's something subtly intense about it. Once more, like you're doing mental calculations of whether anybody will be able to stop you from doing what you're about to do. But I suppose ultimately we can trust. One eye closed, but why? Threat. That smile is way, way too big. The eyes are hollow, the teeth are bright, and I don't like it. But once more, we're hyperfixating on traits that on their own wouldn't actually tip you off to anything. Some of them are obvious, probably to give us the impression that there is something we're meant to be looking out for. But really, what this is getting us to do is judge traits that we normally wouldn't think twice about. To try and really examine what it is that makes an expression have the emotional impact that it does. Why does the smiling face have the exact opposite feeling? Part of it is the context. A large part of it is the context. But I'm going to say threat. Francisco Estrada, 19, victim 2. Oh, it's a 911 call. Police department, what's your emergency? Yeah, hi. I'm at Dairy Park. At a gas station, actually, in a corner of the park. I think there's somebody here who needs help. There's a kid outside. He's got some blood on him. Is he hurt? I don't know. He looks fine. It's just, he's outside and the door is locked, so I can't tell. He's asking for help, though, so I don't know if you can hear, but he's asking me to help him. Okay, I'm dispatching an ambulance right now. Is there any way you can unlock this door? Oh, I can unlock it for sure. I work here. I have the keys. Then what's stopping you? Well, I mean, I wanted to help him, obviously, the moment he came in. It's a kid with blood on him, for Christ's sake. But And this is going to sound like crazy to you. Just as I was pulling out my keys, I saw it. His face. His face, you know, he had this look. It reminded me of something. I don't know what. Something I'm terrified of. I don't know, man, but something's off about that kid. Like, real off. You're gonna let this kid bleed out because he feels off? No, that's what I'm saying. He's not dying, I don't think. He just didn't look right is all. Kid looked like he just died himself. But he hasn't, obviously. He looked like a ghost or a demon. It's hard to explain. Maybe I'm just messed up right now. I've been drinking a little bit, but you had to see him. It's scary stuff, officer. Officer? He must be pale because of blood loss. I saw that. Poor kid can't even keep his eyes straight. And not because he drank one too many cheap beers. Is he still there? How does he look? Yeah, he's... I don't know, I'm like crouching under the counter, so I can't even see what he's doing. It's friggin' creepy. Okay. Well, the ambulance is still a good 20 minutes away, and that kid cannot be doing well. So I need you to go assist him. Oh, screw that. No way. No. You didn't see him. He's not normal. You know refusal to cooperate is a crime, right, son? Is that what that is? Of course. Okay. I'll go check on him then. Thank you. I'll stay on the line. All right. Yeah, definite threat. Definite threat. That was so creepy. Imagine being ordered to do this by somebody who simply didn't see what you saw. It's all about those vague notions, and feeling bad about those vague notions, but also, we should trust our gut, right? That's what's so scary about this. There's no real right answer. There's no catch-all. Sure, there's obvious examples like this, but it seems like most of them aren't. It has us second-guessing every little thing. I feel like what this game is about is examining little prejudices we might not have even known we had. I mean, really being forced to dig into what produces that gut feeling. And when is it right to act on that? When are we being unfair? And is it sometimes worth being unfair in order to protect from a dire outcome, which we've seen is a potential possibility? And I have to wonder if this isn't maybe inspired by something like the Mandela Catalog. I've only seen like the first couple of pieces of that, but it seems to take place in a world, a sort of alternate reality where doppelgangers are such a common and pervasive threat that identification is a real skill. Of course, the parallel is, you could argue, the same is true in real life, just instead of supernatural beings, it's other people like us. Threat. Weirdos are threats. Weirdos are threats. That's the conditioning. Now that's the same picture, but without the distortion. Trust, but it really feels like a trick. Maybe they're just refining their craft. A face in the most basic way.
You have now completed the authenticity assessment examination. Congratulations. If you are accepted into, you will receive a letter on
So that's that.
And while you're out here, why not come over to Dore Park? Admire the tall and beautiful trees all around, or watch as some of our little ones grow. Bring the kids along. They'll have a fantastic time in our new play area. There is truly no better place to make beautiful memories. Dore Park, one of the county's most lovely locations.
I can see his pain. I can see it from my window. See it every night. I can hear his steps. I hear them from my window. Hear them every night. Father of many, his tears taste of sacrifice. His steps carry guilt. Why haunt this one park? Why torment my dreams nightly? Does he fear nightmares? I can see his pain. I see it from my window. I can see it's fake. I won't sleep tonight. Won't listen to the man's steps, or I will be next.
Excellent. You have now completed the authenticity assessment examination. Congratulations. If you are accepted into you will receive a letter on April the 23rd at 10:04 a.m. If the letter arrives before that, stay inside, lock your doors and windows and wait for the real letter to arrive. Do not call the police. If the real letter does not arrive and you believe in a God, pray to them. If they are real, hope they will take pity on your soul. If everything goes well, however, we'll see you very soon. We'll be thrilled to have you join our ever-growing family. You have reached the end of your examination.
So that's that. I loved that. That was so creepy. It's creepy in the same way as at least what little I saw of the Mandela catalog, in that it paints a picture of a very dark and terrifying world, but it does so in a way that leaves just the right amount up to the imagination. It gives us just that little peek. And it's because what we're seeing is a reaction to this reality rather than the reality itself. We don't get to know how we did. We didn't know what we were looking for. It was all about gut feelings a lot of the time. Again, there were some obvious distortions, but those are just there to assure you that this isn't just a set of trick questions, that there is something you should be looking for. But what do you put weight on? Like all analog horror, it's scary in the separation. It's not about dealing with doppelgangers, it's about the knowledge that they're out there, the steps that have to be taken, and the more we learn about what we have to do to deal with them, the more terrifying they seem. I don't even know how to begin to unpack that poem at the end, because it almost seems like it could be from the perspective of a doppelganger, or someone who's pretty sure they've spotted one. And also, it showed us that crude drawing of a face toward the end, and I don't know, to me what that almost says is, okay, you've been looking at these faces and trying to determine trustworthiness. Now, those same things that you don't even know you're looking for, can you spot them on a fundamental level, or is it something more complex, something more subtle? This was very short and could be subject to endless analysis, and that's why it's so cool. But at a certain point, I do have to move on to the next. However, I would absolutely love to hear your comments on this because I am fascinated. Made for a fishing horror jam. That's pretty interesting. Next on our list is Dead Catch, a game whose only description is, you came to erase your crimes, they came for revenge. Other than that, all I know is that it takes place on a lake, and that kind of makes it seem like maybe we're disposing of a body or something. But the moon is the only witness? Let's see if that holds true. Hello? Listen, we don't have much time. I just heard from a friend in the department. The cops are heading to the park. They'll be searching the lake within the hour. So they finally caught on. Yeah. If they find what's under the water, it's over for both of us. You need to go back there, now. Take the boat, pull them out before the cops arrive. And if I don't make it in time, then we're finished. Everything we did, everything we planned, it'll all sink with us. Do you understand? All right. I'll clean the lake. No one will ever know. Good. I'll cover what I can from here, but it's all on you now. Don't screw this up. So we've an accomplice. $10. 0 of 5 remaining, so I guess we're looking for 5 parts. I guess whoever we disposed of. We did it Dexter Morgan style. We can also hold space to close eyes. But we've only got 10 minutes. Look at the moon hiding behind the trees. It really does feel like it's the only witness. Now, I was speculating that it's going to turn out that what we've hidden is a body. But now it almost seems too obvious. Still, I've spoken before about how I feel a sort of secondhand fear from being the creepy thing. The murderous ghoul out here looking to hide the evidence of his crimes. The presence of an accomplice definitely makes this more interesting, and it kind of makes me think that maybe this is a bit of a misdirect. Like, maybe whatever we did, it's not what we think. Or if it is, maybe we had a good reason. You can search the area with E when we find these ripples. Oh, we got a bite. Space. Space. Well. So it's one of these old school timing mini games for fishing. Oh, come on. Salmon! We got a salmon. Is that correct? That doesn't count as one. Wait, was I just seeing something over there? There's like lights in the trees. Yeah, we're already 2 minutes in. Let's keep an eye out for those ripples. Gotta imagine tossing a corpse in here and being the one who has to go get them, wondering how they'll have changed in the intervening time. Nope, come on. This takes a little bit, so it does cut into our time. Perch. It's kind of darkly humorous playing that sound with the big, impressive effects. It's almost playing like a regular fishing game right now. Hopefully we'll start to find more of these as we go. Mary! Well, now this is just in our boat with us. You know, I feel kind of stupid, but I had actually started to get a little bit invested in the fishing minigame for a moment. There's more lights over that way. Look at us roaming these waters, knowing what's out here, panning our searchlight back and forth. Oh, there must be more. At the rate we're going, we're not going to make it. There's something. I really hope we don't end up with more fish. Michael, it's not one body, it's 5. We're not looking for parts. We're looking for 5 different people. Oh my god. And I think those people are looking for me. But did we know about this? Like, did we know that this would be the result? We need 3 more. Are we looking for different points, or are they going to spawn around us? Right here. There's a glow on our right. William. Oh, they're even more decomposed as we go. Right there. Our cooler's getting more and more! Hi! Dragged into the depths. Alright, what does this close your eyes thing actually do? Oh, we have like a second sight. It reveals locations to us on the map. Well, that makes it easier. E. There we go. There we go. The first bunch are always going to be fish, aren't they? Well, a carp might be a new one. Okay, there's another right here. And we can only do it for a certain length of time. I guess it's like the Arkham Detective Vision. It's a reason why we don't have to just leave it on all the time. Come on. Barbara. I've not yet seen you, Barbara. It seems like their vengeance always strikes with the first we find. Oh, but I'm seeing a lot more points out there than just the number of bodies. Whatever that is it out there? That's what we should know. I realize now we can see these things in our view. Yeah, we can see them in our view as we start this. 2 locations and thing, which may, it's hard to tell, be coming closer. Salmon. Great. Nope, there it is. We're turning away from you. I don't know if you move while we're like this. We're faster than you, but we have to stop. That is the sound of otherworldly justice coming for us. William. Not even just a threat, but a statement, almost. Okay, over here. Oh yeah, this is gonna make this a lot easier. Yet I still can't help but feel pursued. perch. I mean, I can hang some of these up on my wall maybe, but I feel like I've got more pressing concerns. And the more we find, the darker it gets out here. Is it wise to try and get this before you reach me? Probably not, right? What have we got, 2 out of 5? There's more of them now, too. Maybe a new one for each body we bring up. Maybe they don't want to be brought back. Maybe we're worried that if the police find them, that they'll do this improperly, and only we know the right way. Hey, your bar is out of the bar a little bit. Carp, I'm only finding fish right now. Turn towards it. They're most definitely after me. But we've managed to get some distance. We really need to go faster, though. Come on. What I've realized is that there are a lot more points out here than I thought. Michael. That's 3. Half our time to get 2 more. The math is in our favor. Maybe we'll get some distance by making them go around the island as well. We only learned they were here when one of them came out of the dark last round, otherwise I never would have thought. Oh. It's always nerve-wracking how we can see them when we turn. Come on. Mary, just one more. They might be moving because you just appeared. Some more ghosts out here than bodies now. Which is a sentence that seems like it works and is nevertheless really weird. On the other side of this island, maybe? Looks like it. I'm trying to make sure that they're behind me, because the last thing I want is to be pinched between more than one. Right, there's a couple of spots here. Let's get this one first, because it's closer. I think? Wait, I can't do the sight anymore. David. Well, that's all. Return to the dock. All the way back there. I mean, I guess I could keep fishing if I wanted. That sound has turned into something more akin to a choir. Right there. They're moving to intercept us. This is terrifying out here on the water in the pitch black. And there's just these silent specters of our victims hovering over the lake trying to get us. Okay, we were docked right here. Well, hang on, sorry if there's a hiccup there. I just accidentally clicked off screen and stopped the recording. Is it done? Yeah. The lake's clean. No bodies left. But they were there. I swear they were there, trying to drag me down. Ghosts? Again? Come on. You're letting your conscience play tricks on you. No, I saw them. I felt their presence. They won't let me go. Listen. The only thing that can harm you is the police. And thanks to tonight, they'll never find a thing. The rest, it's all in your head. Then why do I still hear them? Every good horror story needs a haunting line to end on, doesn't it? Even now. Because you're weak. I bury the evidence, I move on. You drown in it. Maybe I already drowned. They sank once, they'll rise again. The end. That was creepy. That was really creepy and very understated. It kept us guessing. And I'm not quite sure what to make of what happened in the end there. Either way, it is such a classic ghost story. Person does something wrong and then the deceased victim returns from the grave to make it right, to get revenge. It is all about the anxiety of being caught, having to scramble and just knowing that the evidence is out there, never being able to rest even after you've disposed of the evidence. I guess you could say that if we're a pair of serial killers, that maybe our spirit in the end represents his loose end. We're worried about the bodies being found, he's worried about us talking. But that's just my interpretation. Anyway, on to the next. Oh, its snore sounds like a purr. Our final stop for tonight is Petsitting, a game about watching out for our neighbor's dog while they're away. It's supposed to be a twist, I guess, but I love it already. Thanks for looking after Dog this weekend. There's a to-do list on the fridge. Def say hi to Dog first. He's been sulking lately, Lamau. I left ingredients around the kitchen when you want to make dinner. Okay. Well, your house looks a little bit on the bare side, but we've got everything we need here to make a weekend to remember. I may have never taken care of a slug dog creature before, but hey, looks really, really cozy here. Look, we've got the light coming in, casting these rays on the ground. It feels cozy already. Look at you sleeping in your bed, snoring. Look, I have this thing. I don't know if other people relate to it, but often I get really, really sleepy when I see a cat sleeping. Because I get, like, sympathy comfort from them. It just looks so cozy to be them. Let's go say hi before we look at the task list and hope it's not one of those only do questions 3, 5, and 7 type things. Who's a cutie? Yeah, you've never seen me before, but don't worry, we're gonna be best friends. Tasks. Make dinner, give Dog a bath, put Dog to bed, sleep on couch. Listen, we can hear you snoring. That is adorable. Okay, so we probably need to get the stuff from the fridge. Meat and carrots and tomatoes. Okay, place collected ingredients. Now, what do I do with them? Put ingredients in pot. Right? Oh, it's physicsy. Meat and tomatoes and... Oh my god! Yeah, you smell dinner coming, huh? Can I pet you? Here, can we give you this right now? Well, I guess not. I guess you have to wait. Look at you! You're trained to sit at the table! Okay, I don't know if the lid's supposed to be doing that. Don't get too excited. We've got to give you a bath afterwards. You're probably not going to like that, huh? There you go. Okay, I'm not sure I want that now. But hey, we came here to feed you. We've got to pick you up. Alright, come on. You're gonna get scooped. There we go. Look at that animation. Ah, you're wriggling. And somehow adorable at the same time. You've not tried to eat me yet, but... well, this being ostensibly a horror game, I'd imagine there's some kind of twist waiting for us. Yeah, ow, 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 ow! God, you're a little bloodsucker, huh? I mean, that's still less blood than I've lost to cats, but you're on thin ice, mister. One more time and I'll drop that hairdryer in with you. Alright, now you stay properly submerged. Let's apply some shampoo. I don't know why you don't have hair. And conditioner. And do some brushing. And I guess you're clean, or what is approximating clean. We're gonna have to pick you up again. Oh no, it just wants us to turn our back to you. Okie dokie. Wait, so what was next? We had to feed you, bathe you, and put you to bed. So we should be able to pick you up, right? Unless we have to... oh, we need to blow dry you. There you go. Now you can come with us. You're a heavy thing, aren't you? You slow us down. Let's just bring you right over here. I really hope this is the bed that it meant. It is not where you sleep. Well, you're gonna cause me issues then, aren't you? Oh god, we are so slow. Please don't start sucking blood, bloodsucker. You really mean in this bed? Oh my. We have to tuck you in. You sleep face down. I don't know what inspired this game, but how can you not love it? Alright, now we've got to go to bed ourselves. Sleep on the couch, I guess? There we go. I'm glad there's a couple of closed doors between us, honestly. Oh my. Having trouble sleeping, are we? Even the crickets and cicadas have gone to bed. It is quiet. Maybe we should go check on Doug? Oh, hey. Dog, you've got ambient light. You having a bad dream? Hi, how are things? How's Dog? Hi, Lamau. Is everything okay? Dog just bit me earlier and is tossing all over the bed right now. What should I do? I am anxiously awaiting the response. He's tasted human flesh. Is it just me, or is he maybe a little bigger? Yeah, he does that sometimes. Don't worry, he's just having nightmares and needs his sleep medicine. I think I have some in the kitchen. Okay. Well, let's go play Sandman. Help him to sleep well. Now, where would we look for sleep meds? There's something. I can't crouch down to get it, though. Ah, Happy Worm sleep medicine. Warming berry-flavored liquid. And some crossed out parts of the label. Alright, here you go, you little whatever you are. I can't fall asleep either. Maybe we should take some more medicine. Okay, so then what do we do at this time? I mean, besides, I guess, put the stuff back. Or we actually are using it on ourselves. Wow. Every single thing I've suggested as a joke we've actually done. Dog, what are you up to? Oh my god. Human. Oh god, are you speaking to me? You look nice. I need your help. Please, I hate it here. I want to escape. Will you help me? I would need a few things from you. I need your phone. I need my sleep medicine. Wait, did you eat some of my sleep medicine? What did you do that for? I also need my shampoo and conditioner. You're gonna have a pretty packed bindle stick. Help me pack these items. And I'll leave in the morning. Also, I'm sorry for biting you earlier. Okay, see you in the morning. Okay, so taking all suggestions. Who voices dog? That was a whiplash and a half. And maybe it was just a hallucination? I mean, we did eat your sleep medicine after all. Oh no, you really are fixing to leave. I just noticed the painting on the wall, which is kind of funny because it's one of the only things in here. Okay, you won't speak to us until after this is done. Man, our friend is going to be so mad. Okay, shampoo and conditioner. There you go. Okay, we can't place anything until we've got everything. Your sleep meds, which may still be on the couch. Come on. And there we go. I also need to borrow your phone. Yeah, I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. What are we unleashing on the world? Thanks. We are a really trusting individual, huh? You know, after all this time, I'm just sad to see him go. I'm going back to sleep. What we need to do is get out of town. Our friend is going to be pissed. Especially if he knows something we don't. We're really just practically a 24-hour-a-day sleeper, huh? I should put those leftovers in the fridge. You say, like, 2 days later? How will I explain all this? What was that outside? The apocalypse from the sound of it. Dog, you're going home. Created by Goose. That was so much fun. That was just like a short, silly little thing that we have the opportunity to feel all kinds of ways about. It just delights in making you uncomfortable. And it does that by being like a cute, straight example of pet sitting. It doesn't turn into some horrible monstrosity. If anything, it becomes more relatable than you can imagine. And I don't even know what else to say about it. You all saw it. I recorded this so that you would all see it. You'll believe me when I say that this is a real game that I played, right? I still want to know our friend's reaction. But I guess that's all there is to it. And that was a real nice way to unwind after all this. Suffice to say, I'm glad thinking you were cute didn't come back to bite me. In fact, I'd say I was rewarded for it in some way. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try these games out for yourself, those links will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.